Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Skyrim Special Edition. So another 20 to 30 minutes were spent enchanting things, selling things, just playing inventory hero, menu hero here. And then I did some more alchemy and I have a bunch of alchemy things that I need to sell after that point. I oddly can't figure out what is in my possession right now that is taking up so much weight. I guess the Elder Scrolls weigh as 20 themselves. That seems unfair for the Elder Scrolls to weigh 20 pounds and you can't get rid of them. But I couldn't get it much below 222, and I'm not sure exactly what it was. I did some sorting and handed my crafting items to my companion, so that also means he's going to have some issues. I need to also run over to this place because I've did enough things to level up again. So sounds like there's a dragon over there. Should I take it on? I guess I will. Come on, dragon. These dragons in particular, I've noticed, like to get on specific places. Like that. So we have a revered dragon here. Let's see. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to do enough damage. So. Oh yeah, I don't have the Dragon Wind equipped right now. Well, this would take forever at its current rate, so let's equip our Dragon Bone Bow, which we haven't used this in a while. Oh, now you're gonna get down here? Alright. Now, the thing I was trying to do is find a knife that I could sneak up and do 15 times damage on. This one does 28, but compared to this mace, the mace does 68. So, that's hardly close.
It takes a strong will to command a dragon's soul. Perhaps you aren't as powerful.
And see, here's Mirak showing up, taking half the souls.
Thank you. We will meet again soon.
So, I don't know if this is story related as much as this might be just a trade-off system. It may very well simply be that most players at this point would have gained enough dragon souls to unlock all of their things, which is certainly true for me. I've unlocked everything.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
Right.
Yes, but don't tell Master Neloth.
Right.
I'd have to give him.
Right, so I have that already done. So we have one perk, and we're a quarter of the way already to level 75. And the thing I should think about is 80 to do a ebony on smithing, 60 to improve magical weapons and armor, which is not really necessary right now. Enchanting, I could make that stronger. Alchemy, I think, though, might be my next move. Or maybe speech. Like, part of the problem is I had to take a lot of the things I had and put them in a separate barrel simply because they were stolen items, and without the ability to sell stolen items, the game really screws you up, because then you have this ever-growing collection of items weighing you down. Well, I am not certain where I should use this perk. I think we'll just hold on to it, because like potions and alchemy might be the right thing. I guess that is what I should use it on, come to think of it, because I need my alchemy back up to 50 if I want to do what I want to do with it. Let's see, if I get sneak up to 100, it will be another question. Should we go legendary with sneak?
One day I will inherit his power. Yes, but don't tell Master Neloth. I'd have
There
to
we
give
go.
him your payment.
And there's no quest or anything, I think, right now,
I'd better get going.
so we can leave
Master,
this area.
You promised to teach me a new conjuration.
Alright. So I'm not fully finished. I kind of think I probably should go here and use the bend will spell before I talk to Storm. I probably should go here and do that spell. But I would like to place a marker here and see if we can just run to this. Do we have the right equipment? There was that creature. What were they called? Sand riders? Over here? We haven't found a reason yet for dealing with that creature, or that creature existing on the map. It might simply be just a reference to something else. Ash spawn emulator. Such as ash pile, and get several useful things, but heavy things. And see, that's what I figured, is there's probably a couple things. Ninroot must regrow. I don't think there's a limited amount of it. It has to grow back. I'm pretty sure of that. Ash hopper. And these are the Morag Tong assassins that they've got a book for me with my name on it. Writ of execution, me. So they want me dead? Just because I killed a bunch of them? Let's see. I really don't want to steal too much off these people. Quit running away. He's way over here. They appear after they disappear. I remember doing that one quest where all of a sudden the person had the ability to disappear, and the game never did that again, oddly. Am I heading the right direction? Slowly. Seems like there's something up here, and we're having a similar Skyrim experience of trying to get up a mountain, but at the very least this mountain is the right angle to show that that's not what the game intended. We're seeing very sharp cliffs here. And this is probably the way the game intended. Let's get this Heartstone deposit. I'm not certain Heartstone is actually as important of a mineral as I thought it was going to be, because we haven't done anything with it. But maybe they'll do something really cool and combine everything on this island together to point towards something. This is strange. Very, very strange. I guess the thing I'm looking for is over here. High Point Tower. Where's this High Point Tower? Like, is it something over there? Well, regardless, let's make sure we're going the right direction. Yep, and continue down this path. Much like the regular Skyrim area, I don't have a lot of interest in doing all these side quests unless there's a mission that's gonna point me towards it. I don't want to be repetitive and have to run through a cave. We've only had to run through, I think, 1, maybe 2 caves in all of the 200 plus hours of playing this game twice. And that is 100% attributed to not just checking things out.
Hold, traveler. You have no business here. Be on your way.
So we had a quest to come talk to these guys.
You're one of us, aren't you?
She's a werewolf. Yeah.
Then perhaps you do have business here. Forgive me. I'm Raquel of the Frostmoon Pack. Welcome, sister.
I guess maybe it would have been slightly different if we had not been a vampire.
Hello again.
A werewolf. So these are the companions equivalent. We were supposed to come talk to this guy.
Welcome, sister. It's been too long since we met another who shares our blood.
This voice sounds very familiar.
Alpha of the Frostmoon Pack. You are welcome here, so long as you respect our law.
Are you all werewolves?
Aye. The blood still runs true among some on the Solstein, as it has for centuries. We have chosen to embrace Lord Hircines' blessing. You know it well. The speed and strength of the beast, the thrill of the hunt, the triumph of the kill.
I know playing for an hour as a werewolf in a very boring way.
So it was for my father, and his father before him. And I welcome any who walk that path.
Let's see. Are there other werewolves?
A few others, strays, lone hunters. But ours is the last true pack that remains.
Interesting.
Meat, furs, bone. Trophies of the hunt. But those are of little use to you. There is one more thing. Since the days of the Great Hunt, our pack has kept a set of rings, blessed by Lord Hircine himself.
Rings.
I sense his favor on you. For you, I will part with them, if you can pay my price.
Yeah, I think I can pay a price.
Take a look.
Let's see. So, Steel War, Axe of Diminishing, Ring of Bloodlust, Ring of Instinct, Ring of the Hunt, and Ring of the Moon. I will take them all. and it will increase my speech a little bit. And I'll take the saber cat pelt and the snow cat pelt and the deer hide, and we'll get rid of this item. And I sold a bunch of my arrows, and kind of stupidly. Daedric boots of muffling. I need to see if I can disenchant that. Gold necklace. Potion of extreme health. Potion of sure grip. He has 12,000 right now. But I probably have poisons I can sell. Like poisons of damage, magicka. We can sell all that. Damage, stamina regen. Invisibility. I think I can sell that because I have another invisibility one. Yep. Extreme healing, sell all those. Fortify restoration. Fortify stamina. Now he's down to 3,000. Regenerate magicka. So, yeah. I had a lot of them. I made a bunch of potions just using 2 ingredients instead of the usual 3, and it didn't seem like that changed too much. It is worth pointing out though that the game has changed its interface, I think, a little bit, because no longer is it showing you things you can't sell or showing you things that are stolen that you can't sell.
Farewell.
Which, okay.
That's
You know
close
you're
enough.
not supposed to be in here right now.
Oops. So they didn't like that. And that was the entire quest. It was just a go and meet them. Kind of a boring quest, if you ask me. Surely there was probably more to it elsewhere. And it definitely seems like there's several caves and things on this map. Like, what is the symbol we're even looking at? It's a Moor Spring Pass, and let's see. Seems like there's several more things. That's what I was figuring. When you start to look at the spread of items on this map, I know there's only like 30 items on this map, but I definitely haven't found them all. So let's go ahead and fast travel here. Can't fast travel, enemies are nearby. We'll find Fui. Fui to that. Seems like there's something right on the other side of this. Altar of Thrond discovered. A sacrifice. And see, is that some kind of in some kind of story I should do? Because I'm seeing human sacrifice. Alright, can we fast travel here now? So right now we have this blessing where our unrelenting force shout would potentially dissolve people, but I have to switch it to bend will here. That's a favorite. Let's look at all the active effects I have. Like Dragonborn Force, Unrelenting Force shouts does more damage, and using all 3 words may disintegrate enemies. So force without effort, you stagger 25% less, and foes stagger 25 more. Like some dragon scale helmet stuff, gold ring stuff. that's enchanted armor I have. Let's see. Lover's Insight, do 10% more damage and get 10% better prices from people of the opposite sex. So you get to keep each one of those. Smithing Expertise raises the user's smithing ability by 5 points. That's from the notched pickaxe. Beast Blood gives you 100% resistance to all disease. I didn't realize that. That's nice. Your Nord Blood gives you a 50% resistance to frost. Syndron's Serendipity, there's a 25% to create a duplicate potion when using your alchemy skill. And the Lover Stone is the most important thing. All skills improve 15% faster. Everybody get away. Prepare for a fight. Lurker Sentinel. See, I get the feeling what we're going to find out is Mirak was fighting against the Daedric person. And then we just helped Mirak by destroying these things. That may very well be the case. Alright. So that quest is done now. Talk to Storn. Wait for the message from Rawlis, which I haven't gotten. Which I'm not sure if I have to actually wait. Or what. And then Deathbrand is the only other, like, of this DLC quest left to do. And there's supposed to be a hidden stash of Emberbrand wine in Raven Rock somewhere. And we're supposed to find more pendants, but there's a bunch of them. We'll never find them. And we're supposed to find the wreck of Strident Squall. But we're actually running out of things to do. Supposed to check out this barrow. It's probably not going to be that long. If it's like any of the others. This DLC has run into a problem now where it is more an issue of it being so short that it wouldn't actually work as a standalone game. You could definitely take a lot of the quests out of Skyrim or put Dawnguard together with Dragonborn and make it its own standalone annualized thing. But I don't really feel like there would be a year's worth of gameplay just on the Dragonborn DLC. Which I guess then might argue why it's DLC instead of a standalone game. But if they just had an import-export option and they patched the base game to have all the features, which they had to do anyways, because any items or abilities I can certainly go to Skyrim and use. The just kind of like a cross save between these different games would between the theoretical separate games of base Skyrim versus Dragonborn would fix that. But yeah, there's not enough here to interest me. And almost all of it has to do with the fact of whether a quest is made a main quest or a regular side quest or a miscellaneous quest. Because if you give me a miscellaneous quest, I kind of just roll my eyes and don't care one bit. If you give me a main quest, I definitely do want to do it, or at least most of them. And if you give me a side quest, I more than likely want to do those quests. That kind of sucks. Activate a pile of gold. Ooh. This is a new feature. Why was this not in default? The default part of Skyrim. Just piles of gold everywhere. You can just activate a pile of gold and be handed 100 bits of gold. I like this idea. It doesn't look very good. I will give you that. For a 6-year-old game, it doesn't look terrible, but it kind of just clips into other piles, and you would kind of expect the other piles to shift and move. I want the quest right now to pop up and say my job is to pick up every pile of gold and mark off areas. Is this really worth my time? As somebody who has 140,000 gold already. This one room, I guess, also kind of shows why they didn't do something like that. But I wouldn't be upset with, at the end of each cave you found a pile of gold. That's very much in line with the dragon themes. Dragons like to sleep on piles of gold, usually in most fantasy stories.
Despite the foul beings that infest this place, I'm certain we'll find plenty of wealth to make it worth our time.
There is a decent amount of garbage also in the pile of gold. Hey, look, I'm trapped. Oh, darn. Well, sometimes it doesn't feel like I actually crouch down when I go into stealth mode. Like when I'm walking forward and I hit this, it's hard to see. And this looks like a big boss area. Am I gonna fight the skeleton of the ghost of the character? Let's see. Take his death brand. No, take his blood cycle. Seriously, is that it? That's what I thought. I'm adding gold still. Is he really alive and just pretending to be a ghost? We saw that before. Where is he? All these ghostly remains. This is a weird fight we're doing. This is some kind of... These guys are... Where is he? I'm supposed to come over here and... Like, I'm just walking around waiting for him to show. And then I did like a shield bash on him. And that opened that area up. And more. Was there anything over here? Yes, a chest. Some more golds. Some more things worth picking up. Any number, like hundreds of caves probably exist in this game. You could have taken 30, 40 of them. Well, if you'd taken 60 caves out of the original Skyrim that were from that doorway to the final boss battle to this doorway, which is here, I would guess. If you just added 2 more caves to it, it would have been way more balanced out at least. Because this just feels ridiculously... What is this Horker floating belly up? That is a weird way to see a mermaid. Or Horker, whatever. I said mermaid there because the manatees look like mermaids sometimes. From certain angles, not most of the times, of course. So, quests. Talk to Storm and wait for a message from Rollis. Let's wait for an hour. Anybody want to give me a message? Any couriers? Nope. Fine. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I have probably nothing really to smith, but let's see. Jewelry, orcish, elven, dwarven, leather. I could make some leather things, but there's no reason to make leather things until I've used up all my other ingredients. And same is true for hide things. Alright. So there's literally nothing else to do. Let's just look on the map and kind of verify this. Almost certainly, like I suggested doing, although I don't think we're really going to do it now that I think about it. If I went to each location and then turned around in a circle without even taking one step and saw anything on the radar that was black, see, for instance, that house right down that direction, and then ran to that thing and then possibly did a 360 there, and then if I saw multiple things, just continue doing that. I'm sure I could find dozens of other items. Maybe not here in this section, but definitely in the main Skyrim section. But if the main story's not going to push me to it, and I'm not getting couriers giving me quests, and people aren't talking or next to me, and I'm not overhearing things, or nobody's asking me for help, like, why go check a place? If they haven't even bothered to put enough story to make me want to go to a place, there's probably nothing there. We've seen that. Even in the burrow we just searched, it was ridiculously short, and that was a main story. Let's talk to this guy and see what secrets he has.
So the dragons have returned.
Yep.
Well, the Skull have survived worse.
I spoke to Hermaeus Mera. He asked for the secrets of the skull.
Hermaeus Mora. Old Hermamora himself. So he is the source of Mirak's power.
I wonder if he's not the real bad guy.
Of course.
And
We have many
Mirak
tales
is trying to
of Hermamora
fight
trying
against
to
him.
trick us into giving up our secrets to him. And now he comes again for what we have long kept from him.
He said the only way he'll teach me the final world of Mirak. What are the secrets of the skull? Why do you call him that? Let's ask that question.
That is our name for him. Demon of knowledge. He has always been our enemy.
Okay.
Ancient lore, handed down from shaman to shaman since the All-Maker first gave source time to the skull. How to talk to the wind, how to listen to the earth. These are our secrets. Nothing of power or mastery.
Interesting. So why does he want your secrets? Because he wants all knowledge, I bet.
We know him as Hermamora, the demon of knowledge. It is in his nature to hoard secrets to himself. Their value to him is of no consequence. The very fact that the Skull have kept knowledge from him has merely increased his desire to have it. So it falls to me to be the one to give up the secrets to our ancient enemy. I do not know if I have the strength to face him. The Tree Stone is still corrupted. The land is still out of balance. But with the other 5 restored, it may be enough. It will have to be.
You mean to give him what he wants? Interesting.
Yes. The Skull also tell of the day when we must finally give up our secrets.
Look at his daughter in the background. Look at that. She's just spazzing out over there at the left.
It is my duty to guard these secrets, but also to decide when it is necessary to give them up. I believe that time is now. If I am wrong, may my ancestors forgive me.
What are you
The
doing?
book. I will read it and speak to old Hermamora myself. I will make sure he lives up to his part of the bargain.
I hope you know what you're doing.
That is my hope as well.
And then she stands up.
I am trusting that you will make this sacrifice worthwhile.
Father, you must not do this. That book is wrong, evil, against everything you have taught me my whole life.
I must. It is the only way to free Solstheim forever.
Don't program the characters to walk away
When everything must.
while I'm talking.
Nothing
If you want to move the characters, you got to move me too.
Do not fear for me, my daughter. This is the destiny that the Old Maker has laid out for me.
I stand beside you, Father, as always.
I am ready for whatever the foul master of this book has in store for me.
It'll be interesting to see him read the book and see what happens.
The Skull yield up their secrets to me.
Are they seeing this too?
Father! No, stop!
I won't not for you.
Well, protect the secrets. Should I kill him?
Do something!
You have delivered offered me the gift I requested. In return, I keep my promise, as befits a prince of oblivion. I give you the word of power that you need to challenge Mirak. You will be either a worthy opponent or his successor, as the tides of fate decree.
Okay.
Father! What have
Let's take that book back.
done?
Unlock your bend will
Go.
shot.
My father sacrificed himself so you could destroy Mirak and lift his master's shadow from the land. Go then. Kill Mirak. Do not fail.
Oh, that is an awkward way to die. And look at, he's bloody even. There's been very little blood in this game. Shout. Bend will. I have one dragon soul unlocked. Extra. So, quest. Unlock your bend will shout. Didn't I do that? Read waking dreams. Item. Books. Black book. The winds of change. Waking dreams. Here we go. See, this just feels like we're gonna we may finish the game right here. Reach Mirak's temple. See, it puts me in third person to probably just to throw me off. Let's see. Quill Bone Part 1. We'll take that. Changed ones. I don't know these books. These books look unique. And like that's just a page. And this area is nothing interesting. So I kind of wonder if Bend will. A little bit of a lag. I will have to admit this game, since it's a remaster of a 6-year-old game, didn't have too many lagginess issues, and that is something I've had a lot of problem with lately. I've had a bad run of games I've played that they're just bad PC ports, and Skyrim in a lot of ways is kind of a PC port as much as anything else, but we are having lagginess now. Probably from all those effects, I guess. Chapter 2. There are a lot of effects going on here, but I don't know. I would kind of argue that my computer should be strong enough, especially for a 6-year-old game, to either calculate to lower the graphics a little bit so it runs smoothly, or to just run correctly. The Guardian and the Trader. I haven't picked up a book and leveled and gained a skill point from it in a long time. That kind of sucks. That whole element of the gameplay. Dragon Scale Gauntlets of Peerless Smithing. What in the world did they just hand me? 25% weapon and armor can do better than 25%. Yeah, I think I already had a pair of those. Heavy armor forging. Hey. That... I was just complaining about not picking up a book and leveling up. And here we found one. I just kind of wish, honestly though, that the... just quit hiding first of all. I wish there was a way that the books would reappear and you could level up. Maybe after going legendary or something like that. My companion's not with me in this section, obviously, but he really wasn't with me in the previous section either. I sold a lot of books last time I messed with selling things. Well, I can't just get up there, so I assume this is what we're supposed to do. I get this feeling we're going in circles. Take the boneless limbs. What happens if I read this book? Like, Apocrypha, boneless limbs. Do I see anything by that name? Interesting. And I think by taking that book, I lowered or changed the pathway over here. Interesting. This is a strange world. Chapter 3. The other weird thing is, I know because of an achievement, slight spoiler alert here, that you're gonna at some point get the ability to train and fly on dragons like we've seen Mirak do. So, like, when that is gonna come about, I don't know, but it feels like it's not gonna happen until the very end of the gameplay. Need to be careful. I'm actually having they're doing enough to hurt me. Let's see. Ultimate healing, 37 of them. See, they're draining my magic. Interesting. It feels like the Seekers might very well be made out of books. Let's see, activate Font of Magic. I guess that explains why the Font of Magics exist. Is because this is supposed to be a magical land and the bad guys are taking all of that. Song of the Alchemists. Frost healing. Search this pod. The Delvin pincers. Let's go ahead and take that and see what pathways open up or change now. Over here. creepy. Creepy world. I really do like it, though. I like that things are different. That it's a totally different area. Totally different thing. Fallout has a similar thing where sometimes the DLC is about aliens and or in a completely different area, depending on which Fallout 3 or 4 DLC. I'm not even sure Fallout 4 has DLC out for it, or will even have Fallout DLC out for it. And I know there are mods that add levels and things not unlike this to Skyrim. But the fact that Bethesda at least did something different is a nice change of pace. Search vessel, diamonds. I'm eventually just going to become overburdened if I'm not careful. Over here. Just take everything. Prying orbs. Seems like we keep getting books. And these both connect and go to this. On to stamina. Chapter 4. So chapter 4 was kind of the last one before, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see the similar ton of events. And we're gonna just get down here and start fighting Mirak. Let's see. This feels like we may have gone full circle. And it kind of feels a little obvious now since we're only at level 51 with our one-handed weapons. It doesn't seem realistic to assume we're gonna make it to level 100. Like that. We're not gonna get our character level to level 100 definitely. We're only at level 73 or so. Maybe we'll get to 75. And I really couldn't imagine trying to restart and have a second gameplay of Skyrim probably for the rest of my life. I've played this game twice now. The DLC once, and I do appreciate the DLC, and I'm enjoying the DLC a little bit more because of that. Oh jeez. Do we go to the dark creepy place or the lit up place? Let's not get in there. Okay, so I think I walked in here and the thing closed on me instead of expanding. That's fine. Because like I'm standing still and it's getting closer and it's pushing me back this way. And so now we see somebody on our marker. But it's got to be back this way. Where's the one? It's not something crazy like walking through a wall. But I do think this land changed. Gnashing blades. Well, yeah, we can see things are moving around. As it is, we've gone an hour, and we will probably take at least 30 minutes to wrap up, even if we finish the game in the next 5 minutes. Because I still probably would want to train at least one dragon and fly on it, and that's not happening in the next 5 minutes. There's probably going to be more story. I'm hoping. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me even further, please friend and follow me on all the social media links that are down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.